Okay, let's put our sad faces on. I got to talk about a sad topic. Suicide. Let me put some sad music on. Suicide. Jonathan Fibonojji on suicide. No, I'm okay, dude. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. What are we going to look at here? I guess we'll just look at this right here. A little magazine I picked up. This is really I guess a personal video. This is about suicide. A friend of mine, actually her husband, recently committed suicide. And I knew her. And it's like, how do you talk about suicide? I mean, how does a comic or a wannabe comic, where do you look at? I mean, I guess you just look at nature here? Yeah, that's one thing. Nature is so good. It's just, I guess nature will help me here too. I'll move into nature and we'll just look at this right here. And I'll riff and ramble on suicide, baby. There's a lot of things that I want to do in this YouTube channel. I want to obviously do Johnny Travelog and show you all kinds of cool parts of this country. Like right now I'm in La Jolla, Colorado. La Jolla, California. Went out with Sausalito. Durango, Colorado. I'm like, dude, I miss Colorado. Miss it. Maybe I'll go up to Alaska someday and visit. I had a college roommate from Alaska who's in Alaska right now. Today I want to talk about suicide, and I want to talk about, maybe I might even go John Cougar Mellencamp on you. There's a song, in fact, you want to Google this. It's a really good song. In fact, if you don't like this video, you'd be like, just fuck it, John. Just stay with the jokes and leave the drama late. And I'm like, dude, I got to talk about it. Google John Cougar Mellencamp and Google Your Life Is Now. Your life is now. And if you can, take a walk, take a meditative walk, and just do a Fibonacci walk and just go walk that shit and listen to John Cougar Mellencamp and think of this. Think of 4 scrolls. You're like, four scrolls? Like, is he going like religious again? 4 scrolls, baby. 4 scrolls. Like on a computer mouse, how like sometimes you can scroll with like, and then it has like this wheel in it and you can kind of scroll down with the mouse, and that, where you can kind of scroll through the page. All right. Someone Facebook, I hate Facebook. God, I can't stand Facebook. Facebook takes our relationships and puts it on a website, and we're losing contact. And I'm not anti-technology, but I just hate how Facebook has, most people, if you're like me, most of your contacts come from Facebook. My friends don't text me, they don't call me, they Facebook me. And it's the social experiment of how companies, are taking our relation. Again, if we're selling soap, dude, fine. I'm all pro internet. In fact, I'm probably going to start another internet company. But dude, we have to, some things have to be sacred, and relationships are sacred, and we have to be careful anyway. Don't get me on Facebook. Back to suicide. 4 scrolls, baby. 4 scrolls. I was looking at my friend's page last night, and her husband had just killed himself. 4 kids and a wife, and he's done. And I've been sending her some nature pictures and maybe a little bit of humor. I mean, what do you say like when your husband kills himself? What the fuck do you say to that? What do you say? You want to be honest to that? What do you say? So I just do what I do, is I send her pictures of nature, and I was in La Jolla Beach, and I was sending her just some pictures that I thought were pretty, and I don't want to be condescending and go, things are going to be okay. I don't want to, she's fucking hurting, dude, her family. I think about her children, what the fuck do you say? So I'm sending nature pictures. And today she replied, she's like, thank you, keep sending the pictures. And I said, okay, well, I will. Suicide. All right, hashtag MRA stuff, Why am I the only one talking about MRA stuff in civil trials? I mean, why? Why am I the only, there are very few people that are talking about MRA stuff and what happens to men in civil trials. And, we don't really understand that, or maybe you do. Just do this. Google statistics rates for suicide and look how white men are leading the pack. Look at what's happening to white men in suicide. Who the fuck is talking about this? Except Jonathan Fibonacci. Why am I the only one talking about military suicide and how military suicides surpass combat deaths? One every 56 seconds, somebody. Holy shit. I'm a fucking YouTuber, dude. I'm Jonathan. And I got a camera phone and a voice, maybe some jokes, and some of them may be funny and some of them won't. But holy shit, we need to take that seriously. Look at what's happening to men. There's my hashtag MRA stuff. Now let me talk about 4 scrolls. Let me wrap this video up because I don't want to be too depressing because I'm already pissed off. You know, let's go here. 4 scrolls. Remember I said take that meditative walk and go listen to John Cougar Mellencamp? Your life is now. You know, guys, we don't know when our lives are going to be over. We don't know. Your life is fucking now, dude. And one reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel and sending as much light and love and jokes and LOL, some of the jokes aren't even going to be funny. Because I believe that your life is now. You know, on suicide, briefly, I wrote my very first suicide note when I was 15 years old. I won't go into my story. I was a classic chaos kid, you know, living in wherever home would give me a bed. Dude, I wrote my first suicide note in a French class at Westmore High School in Oklahoma. Here I am, a fucking Oklahoma kid, learning French. And that day we were learning, you know, some basic, and I wrote my first suicide note. I didn't even have courage to write it in English. I wrote it in French, and it was just simply, you know, j'ai fatigué, I'm tired. I'm so tired. You know, I didn't have a pastor who understood depression, anxiety. Nobody really understood things like we do now. At the end of the day, for every person you know is bearing a burden. Be kind, motherfucker, be kind. Be gentle. Dude, you have no idea how people are hurting out there. So just send love, baby. Go out of your way to send love today. And you know, this may sound like a joke, but you know, be especially kind to men with children, and maybe men going through divorces. You know, everybody thinks about women. You know, like when a woman gets through a divorce, I mean, everybody's like, oh my God, it's what do you need? He's such an asshole. Like, maybe he's not a fucking asshole. Maybe she's a cunt. Maybe he needs some love. We don't think like that. And I want to change that. Hashtag MRA. All right, guys. Be kind, for everyone you know is bearing a burden of some kind today, and you don't know about it. So be loving. Be loving. 4 scrolls, you know. I was looking at her Facebook page, and you know, you at the very top of her page yesterday was his obituary notice, and then 4 scrolls down was his birthday, and I'm like, dude, I wonder if anybody other than God knew that when she put on her Facebook, you know, I married my high school sweetheart, and she was really being loving and kind to him, and just 4 little mouse scrolls up. He's done. He's gone. Man, your life is now. Okay, enough depression. But you know what? In these videos, I want to be everything Jonathan is. I love nature, obviously. I love traveling. I'm going to talk about all kinds of cool places, and I mean, I'm going to start businesses and brag on my own beautiful, healthy, loving children that I can't even see because of my own hashtag MRA. But I want to be honest. I want to be honest. And that's everything I've ever wanted to be in my whole life. And I've just simply wanted to be honest. And I wanted to be who I was, and I wanted to be loved for who I was. All right, guys. Suicide's a real thing. Google statistics rates among white men. You know, just imagine if the statistics were opposite, how the feminists would just go nuts on that. Imagine if, you know, in fact, I'll tell you how fucked up things are for men, and you know, obviously I smoke a lot of cannabis, and I'm a big proponent of cannabis. For me, cannabis is a spiritual thing. I'll wrap this video up. But I was talking to my dad, and somehow I was Googling the difference between alcohol deaths and cannabis deaths. And of course, alcohol is one of the most deadly poisons there is, and cannabis kills nobody. But I thought it was so interesting that even the federal government, when it's looking at statistics of deaths, it elevates women's deaths over men's deaths. It's like there's deaths, and then it's like, well, this drug kills 1,000 people, and of these 1,000, it kills 200 women. And I'm like, holy shit, does anybody ever think about that drug killing 800 men? It's like, wow, #MRA, dude. We have to care about men. Suicide's a real thing, dude. Like I said, when I was 15 years old, I wrote my first suicide note. Take it seriously. You guys have a great day. Sorry for the depression, but I want to be honest. Sometimes it's okay to be honest. You guys have a great day. Go be extra loving. Imagine. That's not me, it's J-O-H-N, baby. I'm Jonathan. Holla, holla. The world needs, that's what the world needs. Go be loving today. Extra loving. Motherfucker. The world needs love. Go be extra loving today. #MRA.